Hello YouTube, how's it going? It's the Professional here, and today I have another list video for you guys. And on this video we are going to be looking at the top 5 most underrated vehicles in GTA Online. On this list we are going to be focusing on vehicles that are great vehicles, have great uses, but aren't as popular in comparison to other vehicles. I'm not saying that people don't use these vehicles, these are great vehicles and all, but they're just neglected by a lot of the GTA community, and I do think that they should get wider support. So in this list, we're going to be looking at the top 5 most underrated vehicles, and also, this is my opinion for the top 5 most underrated vehicles. There are other vehicles that I'm sure could be on this list, but this is my personal opinion. So let's get started. I hope you guys enjoy. So starting off at number 5 is the Seabreeze, and the Seabreeze is an amphibious aircraft, and it costs a total of $850,000 because of the trade-in price, making it extremely affordable. And it's the best amphibious aircraft in the game in my opinion, because I can do as many hard water landings as I want. I can just smash into the water with this thing and recover. I can even go underwater for a few meters, and I'll still be able to recover the plane. Unlike the Sea Sparrow, you can't really do hard water landings, you flip, making cargo retrieval with this plane extremely easy. And on top of it, having good speed and amphibious abilities, it's also pretty easy to land this plane on the ground. Pretty easy to deploy and land on the ground. Also, this plane does have machine guns, but I don't really use the machine guns, but they can be used for dogfighting. Anybody who's good at dogfighting can use them to shoot down other aircraft. But what I like about this plane is it has the ability to bomb, which makes that very useful. So you can hit a lot of targets. I'm personally pretty good at bombing, so I like that about this plane. I can drop bombs on a lot of targets. It can only hold 50 bombs, like all the other planes in the game, nothing special there. But just the fact that it's amphibious, has machine guns, able to hold bombs, and able to make hard water landings just seals the deal for me on this plane. Number 4 on this list is the Malak, and the Malak is my personal favorite jet, but the Malak does have its drawbacks. It is pretty expensive with a trade-in price of $3,600,000. However, if you do choose to buy it, the Malak is agile. Not as agile as other jets like the Pyro. It is agile, but what I like the most about it is 2 things. One, its speed. In my testing that I did back in November, this is the second fastest aircraft in the game, behind the Pyro, which is the fastest one. It's faster than the Laser and the Hydra. But what's amazing about this aircraft is just so easy to land it. It's the easiest plane/jet to land. It's so easy to land this thing. It's very hard to mess up on the landing, and the missiles are actually faster. The missiles are unlimited. They don't have a cooldown, unlike in the Hydra, and they fire faster. The missiles actually travel faster than the Hydra missiles. Very easy to land this thing and to get out of the area. As you guys saw, I just completed a hostile takeover. I landed easily, and I blew up all the targets with the missiles. I can land the Malak in the tightest street ever right here and easily pull it off. And as you guys saw from that hostile takeover, managed to get across the map in less than 2 minutes. Easy 15 grand. Malaks, great aircraft, can land pretty much anywhere you want it. Very fast, faster than the Laser and the Hydra. And as I was talking about the missiles early on, if you get into a dogfight with another jet, usually jets will be able to outrun the missiles if they keep flying in circles, but if you get really close behind somebody, as in this case my friend, and you just fire the missiles, since the missiles fire faster than normal, they won't be able to outrun it, and they'll get blown up pretty easily by them. So if you get up close behind somebody, you can shoot them down with this thing pretty easily. And like we were talking about the landings early on, so easy to land. I can even land on top of Mount Chiliad without breaking a sweat. So definitely the easiest plane/jet in that category to land. Number 3 on this list is the Thruster Jetpack, and the Thruster Jetpack can be a little expensive with a price of $2,750,000, but I never regretted the investment into this thing. And what I love about this thing is I can just call this thing from my mechanic as much as I want. I just need to dial the mechanic, and it'll spawn on the street in front of me. I don't need to run over to a helipad, don't need to run over to a specific area for special vehicles. It'll just spawn on the street in front of me. Pretty great vehicle, and also, it can land, this aircraft can land in those areas where no other aircraft can land. No buzzard or helicopter or plane can land in some of these areas that I'm landing in right here. I can just pick up these packages easily, and I'm able to easily complete sites here in 4 minutes. This jetpack is also pretty fast, can get around the map pretty quickly, around the same speed as a buzzard, a little slower, but I just love the agility on this thing. It's also great for doing cargo runs, easily picks up crates, especially on those 3 crate pickups. Take it back to the warehouse, no problem. On top of that, this jetpack can also be pretty good for combat. If you know what you're doing, you can get a lot of kills with this thing. And in this case, this guy attacked me and my friends early on, hiding right here in this parking garage. I was able to easily get him. I don't think I would have been able to get him with any other kind of air vehicle, especially a helicopter in that case. I would have been a sitting duck. But here with the jetpack, it's pretty easy to get him from under there. And These missiles, they fire a little slower than the buzzard missiles, for instance, but they still pack the same punch. And if you know what you're doing, you can get a lot of decent kills with this thing. Just take a look at this right here. I managed to kill this guy 3 times with this thing. Got him here a second time, and then I go after him a third time here. So definitely give the jetpack a try, guys. I don't think you'll regret it. It's the funnest air vehicle to fly around in the game, in my opinion. I love flying around this thing, messing around this thing. It's fun. And on top of that, great for making money. Great for doing CEO jobs. Great for doing any kind of cargo mission, even for covering your friends. Fighting other players, pretty good for that too. Number 2 on this list is the Rogue. And as the Malak was my favorite jet, the Rogue is my favorite plane. And this plane cost a total of $1,200,000 with the trade-in price, making it an extremely affordable plane. Everybody should get this. The only complaint I have on the Rogue is that sometimes when you take off with this thing, the takeoffs they just feel weird, and sometimes it's hard to pull up with this thing. But other than that, I love this plane so much. This plane has bombs. It's a 2-seater. Your friend can be in it with you. It has explosive cannons. It's faster than the Hydra and the laser. It can dodge missiles easy. Take a look at this instance right here. I'm getting behind this building right here, another guy chasing me in a Rogue, and I managed to get the upper hand on him. You can have some serious dogfights with this plane, and I'm pretty confident that a good pilot in the Rogue can shoot down any plane that gets in his way. It could probably take on even a Pyro, as long as the Pyro pilot, if the Pyro pilot is better than the Rogue pilot, then the Pyro probably would be able to take it on, since the Pyro has the best agility. But this is one of the best dogfighting planes in the game. Just take a look at what I'm doing right here. I'm fighting an Akula and a Rogue at the same time, and I'm taking both on. I'm the better pilot here. I hit that Akula a few times, the Akula backed off, and now I'm taking on the Rogue that attacked me early on. He's smoking, hit him a bunch of times, he's about to go down here. You can use these explosive cannons to bomb the ground. Note they aren't as good as the Hydra and the laser cannons though, because they aren't centered, but they are a little bit of slower fire rate, but they are explosive cannons. They're much better than the machine gun rounds and a lot of the other planes. And right there, he's taken down, he's crashing. And let's see if he dies here. He's about to die. And he's dead. Got him right there. And take a look at this. I love bombing with this thing. Got him right there on that run. I'm going to go for him a second run here. And what I love about this plane is that whenever I have a co-pilot in this thing, I put my co-pilot to use the flares. So my co-pilot is on the flares, and I'm on the bombs. That way I can bomb, and the second I get locked onto, my co-pilot is able to use flares. That's what I love about this plane. You can and also you can switch your co-pilot to bomb if you want. But I usually have my co-pilot. I usually have my co-pilot in charge of flares. And look at the bombing runs I'm getting on this guy. I'm just killing him every time here. I love this plane. It's also pretty easy to land this plane. Don't really have any problems with landing it either. Great agility on this plane. Great speed. Explosive cannons, bombs. Also missiles. Has 2 missiles, but the missiles do have a cooldown though. They're similar to the buzzard missiles, but it does have that. So it has missiles, explosive cannons. It can bomb faster than the laser and the Hydra. Great plane overall. Definitely worth the $1,200,000 value. Don't see a lot of players using this plane though. I wonder why. But it's great value. And I mean, if you're just starting out the game and you buy a hangar, make this your first plane. It's definitely worth the investment. $1,200,000. If you can't afford a Hydra right away, this is one of the best investments you can possibly make in an aircraft. Got him again there. Before we unveil the number 1 most underrated vehicle in the game, we have a special extra here, the Bombbushka. And I know what some people are thinking. You think the Bombbushka is an underrated vehicle? Are you crazy? I do think it's an underrated vehicle. Take a look at this. This is from a previous clip that I had where I was fighting a Deluxo griefer. This guy was trying to kill people on a Deluxo constantly. Look at where my shots are. They're landing in the water and they're hitting his Deluxo from that range. A lot of people underestimate the range and power on this cannon on the Bombbushka on the nose gun. It's an explosive gun, and it fires a good distance, can fire very far ranges, and I managed to shoot the Deluxo out of the sky here before he even got close to us. And because the Bombbushka flies slow, we were able to fly over him here, and I was able to blow him up constantly with this gun. So if you have a good pilot that knows what he's doing, and good gunner, plane that levels out, you can get a lot of kills with this thing. You can pretty much rain down hell on anybody messing with you. Unfortunately though, because the Bombbushka is slow, it is an easy target, but my friend was able to flare in this case, and this guy actually ended up going into passive mode for a Bombbushka. Number 1 on this list is a Savage helicopter, costing a total of $1,950,000 with the trade-in price. Take a look at what the Savage manages to do to a Hunter here. It manages to rip it up in a few shots. And the Savage is my personal favorite helicopter, and it has been in the game since the original heists. And the reason I probably don't see a lot of people using this, I mean, I see a lot more Hunters and a lot more Buzzards than this helicopter. People probably don't use this helicopter because of its size. and because it doesn't have the same agility as the Buzzard. But what this helicopter lacks in agility, it regains in firepower. It has an explosive cannon and unlimited missiles. It can fire as many missiles as you want without a cooldown, unlike the Buzzard. Take a look at this. I destroyed an Insurgent pickup custom in a few shots. Normally it would take so many missiles to lock onto it, but here I can just blow it up easily. And in this case, I'm taking on an MOC. I'm firing the explosive cannon at it. Take a look at how quickly I managed to destroy this MOC. Just look at that. The MOC, one of the strongest vehicles in the game, is brought down so easily by the Savage here. Easily brought down. Similar cannon to the Hydra and the laser. And this helicopter, in addition, having unlimited missiles and having explosive cannon, can hold 4 people. And with the addition of the Smuggler's Run update, this helicopter is now stronger, taking a total of 2 homing missiles. So, what it doesn't have in speed, it has in firepower and strength. Take a look at this case right here with the Los Santos connection. Look at me, I'm just locking onto so many guys. I'm taking them down. I can easily clear out the area. Look at this. If you don't have the money to buy a Hunter, you can buy a Savage. And personally, I like the Savage a lot better than the Hunter, because in this case, I could just fire the explosive cannon, and it's a lot easier for one pilot to use it. In the Hunter, it's more complete if you have a co-pilot there manning the gun. The Hunter would win at long range, but this helicopter would win at close range anytime when it goes up against any other helicopter, because you can't dodge an explosive cannon. Just look at the amount of damage this explosive cannon can do. I can easily, this mission is supposed to be for 6 people, but with the explosive cannon, I can easily complete this mission by myself. I can just clear out all the enemies in here. No other helicopter in the game has this kind of a weapon on it, and it's deadly. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, this weapon is a griefer's worst nightmare. A griefer is absolutely terrified of this weapon, absolutely terrified of the Savage. When I have to fight these guys, I don't normally go into PvP, but when somebody attacks me, they attack my cargo, they attack my friends, I usually bring this thing out to counter the griefers, and they run in terror from this thing. Because this helicopter, it's so hard for them to easy way out. They don't have enough time to easy way out. In comparison to other vehicles, even in jets, a griefer would probably, most likely, would rather get attacked by a jet than by a Savage. They don't have enough time to easy way out. Just take a look at this. This is from a few weeks back. This griefer attacked my cargo. I pulled out the Savage and I started attacking him. And I just keep blowing him up. He does not have enough time to easy way out. So I guess that was my list right here. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this. Let me know what you think down below. And, the Savage, my favorite helicopter, personally. I can just use this explosive cannon. I can fight griefers. I can use it for everything, transporting players, completing objectives, completing missions, PvP. Everything I can do with this helicopter. So this is my personal favorite helicopter. I think it's the most underrated vehicle in the game, and I think a lot more people should give it a try. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think down below in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everyone.